Oh, cool. I'm live now. Hello, everybody. I'm Munchakoopas, and this is Hyper Light Drifter. Okay, we're all good to go. I'll count down from 5. We'll start on go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Right. Category is New Game Plus, all bosses. So to start things off, the main objective of this game is to go to each of the 4 areas in the north, south, east, and west to unlock a bunch of stuff, which will open up the final area of the game. Right off the bat, as you just saw, I start cheating and go out of bounds. First area we'll be going is the east. You can do the areas in any order with the exception of south last. I'll explain why later. We go to the east first because there's a weapon over here that I want. Anyway. So this game is an action-adventure game. Right here I'm trying to set up a type of like that. Some type of zip or launch or something. Not really sure what to call it. Anyway. This game is inspired by Super Nintendo games like A Link to the Past. It also has some anime and animation influences in there, like Evangelion and the Miyazaki films. So the main method of movement is this dashing, which takes up my stamina, the white bar in the top left corner. Pink is the ammo for my gun, which I'll explain later, and the green is my health. This is the first module of the game. I need 4 of these from every area. As for what New Game Plus means for this game, I start out with all of the Drifter's abilities, so like this ability to chain the dashes using stamina, as well as a few others that we'll see later. I also have only 2 health. And most enemies in this game deal 1 or, well, obviously deal 1 damage or more. But plenty of them deal 2 damage, which would kill me instantly. Coughs like this one happen every single time in the same spots. You can skip them by dashing over the trigger, but it's kind of hard to tell where the trigger is. Coming up, we have some combat. Let's just not die to that thing, because its explosion will kill me. This thing will kill me instantly if it hits me with its attack. Need to bait this one over now. There we go. We're alive. Okay, a lot just happened that I need to explain. First, I'll explain what I'm doing now. If you open up the map before you activate a module, you can move around during the cutscene as long as you keep opening and closing the map. And you can also interact with stuff like that switch, which lowers down barriers. Coming up here again is another red door out of bounds. I just wait for the door to reform and then kind of walk into the wall. This skips... oh my, okay, this poses lots of problems. What this out of bounds here skips is needing a key to open this door. However, if you die during this out of bounds, during this portion or the room after it, you actually have to go back up this elevator and back down, because otherwise the game will not let you use the same out of bounds trick again. It will now. That I actually I dashed too far to the left there, so I got stuck in the wall instead of hitting the transition point. And in this game, if you're out of bounds for about 3 seconds, the game will instantly kill you. That's like hard-coded into the game as a type of preventative for casual players. Anyway. Just gonna take it nice and slow so we get out of here safe. Another out of bounds to skip an arena and a locked door. So you can reset the death timer by either sitting down or healing, or by taking damage. The dash mechanic has a lot of intricacies to it. Obviously I can chain it as long as I have stamina. Sets of 2 dashes in quick succession conserve stamina the best over long distances. Sets of 3 move the fastest. And then something else to note is that after your 3rd or later dash in a chain, you'll bonk if you hit a wall or object. And after 4 dashes or more, you'll create a slide at the end of your chain. And you can still interact with stuff during the slide, so elevators and switches. You can actually do some neat little movement optimizations. So other abilities that the Drifter has in New Game Plus, I can reflect projectiles. I have a projectile shield. And then I have 2 extra sword attacks that I pretty much never use. Here I'm going to try and set up a damage boost so I can skip having to create a bridge. All you need to do is get hit by this shuriken and then mash hard, so that you'll dash over to the other side. Which I guess I just failed miserably at. But life goes on. And now we're gonna fight the first boss. It is possible to skip every boss in this game, except the last one. Hence why this category exists. This boss is really easy though, because you can just stand in this one spot right here. And none of his attacks will ever hit you. As for other combat info, you can cancel any gunshot with a sword swing, and then you can also cancel both of those with a dash. This is the first pillar of the game, and I need to activate one of these in each area. And the game brings up the map after you activate them, which is kind of annoying. Okay, the weapon I just picked up is the shotgun. The shotgun is important for a lot of reasons, which I'll explain in a moment. I'm gonna play it nice and safe here. This is the 4th and final module of this area, and then we go back to town. When you activate the 4th module, there's a cutscene that plays, which you can either skip by teleporting away from the module quickly enough, or by saving and quitting after the cutscene starts. And if you don't teleport away quickly enough, the game kind of glitches out and plays this really annoying sound until you close the program. Luckily that didn't happen. And then pretty much every door in this game creates some type of hole in the wall when you open it, which is why the out of bounds in town works. Oh, another benefit of the sets of 2 for moving through large rooms like this is that that way you'll dash into things, but you won't bonk on them, so you won't waste any time. Speedrunning this game is, in my opinion, somewhat similar to speedrunning Bastion, only in that you're trying to not fall off the world. This area especially, since it's a cliff, or a cliff side rather, it's very easy to miss dashes and just take a lot of damage unintentionally. I'm pretty safe for a little bit because most of the enemies here don't deal 2 damage. I could try to explain the story in this game, but the story is never directly told to you. This is one of those atmospheric exploration games, so the game insists that you explore and try to uncover everything for yourself. But the gist of it is something really bad happened in this land, and the Drifter is out to put a stop to it. Then again, if you're wondering what I was trying to do right there, if you open the map during the module cutscene, you can walk around during it. You can do any action during it, actually, but the goal was to try and get back up the stairs, which I failed to do. That's one of my other sword attacks, which I do by pressing X and then A in that order, which is sword attack and then dash. That attack is somewhat useful in that it goes through, like it kills all enemies in a line and deals 2 damage to all of them, but it uses up half of the stamina bar no matter what, so it can put you in some dangerous situations. And that out of bounds is simply caused similar to one in the east, where I wait for a barrier to rise at the start of an arena, and then I use that to just kind of push me into the wall. But what it skipped was a door that normally requires me to have 3 modules to open, and if you've been paying attention, I only have 1 in this area so far. This game has an autosave feature, so I'm going to wait right here for a moment to get an autosave. And that guy can kill me instantly with his laser attack. And then the bigger bird mages, which I won't actually be fighting any more of those, but they can kill me too, with a large square on the ground. So coming up to the second boss, which is probably one of the most dangerous in the game. You're going to see it summon a lot of big pink squares on the ground, and each square does 2 damage, so you guessed it, I will die immediately if I get hit by even 1 attack. Here we go. So this game also has some lag trouble in large rooms like this where it's trying to process a lot of things. And it also has a dash auto-aim, which right there for some reason thought I wanted to dash into the boss's attacks instead of away from them. And it's completely random which pattern he summons as well. There. 1 death is acceptable to this boss. Timer died? Eh, that's too bad. This game's in-game timer actually isn't too bad, so we'll at least know the amount of minutes. I'm not running my own timer, unfortunately. Anyhow, with the boss dead, we've activated the pillar, which we needed. Here's the 3rd module in the area. And we just have to go get 1 more and then teleport back to town. So the next area will be the west. It's a foresty area filled with lots of crystals. And overall it's less dangerous than this area, so I'm not going to bother healing because I'm going to go out of bounds again, thus skipping any need to fight anything. Oh, also when you teleport onto one of these pads, it refills all of your ammo and gives you full health. Okay. So as I proceed west, I'm going to be using this set of 2, with the occasional 3 or 4 thrown in, just to move a little quicker. But you can already see that if I use the sets of 2, I conserve stamina over this giant room, because I even have stamina to spare when I get to this elevator. If I had used sets of 3, I would have been out about halfway through the bridge. And that sound you just heard is what happens if you accidentally close the map during the module cutscene. Luckily the game doesn't soft lock or anything, it just plays an annoying sound and then you have to close the map. Alright, I forgot to explain this. This is a screen transition clip, and I got it on the wrong screen. What I'm trying to do is dash back into the transition trigger, and what that will allow the drifter to do is then aim his gun, like so, and dash into the wall. And that's the only way that we can do this on the 60 FPS patch. On the 30 frames per second patch, you could just keep dashing down there, but this method is actually slightly faster. I love that part, because I get to kill that guy with explosive barrels. But I'll be coming back there later. So that was actually the strats. Getting hit by that guy was not. Alright, this room that I'm in right now, obviously you saw that I came in here by going out of bounds. This room is locked from the outside. So to get back out, I have to do another out of bounds trick. I break the crystals, wait for them to start reforming, which is indicated by the flashing. And then I dash 3 times so that I bonk. And this gives the drifter a state where the crystal has pushed him, so for whatever reason that allows him to simply walk into the wall. Refill that to get back health and ammo, and then I'll be coming back here later to get the 4th module. Okay. Even though I bonked, that was better, because if I had not done that, I would have died to those crystals, because the ones that sprout out of the ground like that deal 2 damage. Oh, and that spot in the earlier arena, there's just a hole in the wall. I always forget those because they're so insignificant. Anyway, gonna do another crystal clip. Broke the crystal. Oh. You have to be lined up in the right spot. There we go. This is one of the harder modules to move away from, simply because like the drifter is just surrounded by walls constantly. It's faster if all 3 of those things die, or all 4 of those enemies die, but I kinda like having one alive, because then I just kill it with Charge Slash for some extra ammo. Oh! I was like 1 pixel down too far. Oops. Oh! The game didn't do my dash input. Sometimes this game's physics are kinda weird, like the drifter will get stuck in very tiny spots, and he won't be able to dash for whatever reason, or even walk. Oh, the backstory of this game, which is explained in a cutscene that's only found in the regular difficulty, this pink drifter actually saves us. But we never see that. Anyhow, I'm gonna need to make sure I have full ammo at the end of this screen. Oh, I never explained how I regenerate ammo. I regenerate ammo a number of ways. The easiest method is to hit enemies or objects with my sword. I get more ammo back if I kill enemies. Okay, I'm gonna need to make sure I have full stamina for this. just gonna sit here for a moment because I regenerate stamina faster. Oh, I went to the wrong side. That's not good. Okay. I accidentally did the wrong quick kill setup. There we go. At least it worked out right the second time. This boss can be a pain, because this the setup isn't 100% guaranteed, and as is obvious, he can summon some little guys, and it can be a nightmare. But if you get it right, you can just completely annihilate him. Oh, and I completely forgot to explain why the shotgun is important 2 bosses later. Anyway. 32-16? 32 even is all bosses world record. 32-16 is new game any percent world record. Ooh, that was very lucky. This is why we do this module last, because then as long as you activate this and there's nothing damaging you, they can't kill you. My personal best in all bosses is 32-39. Anyway, the reason why the shotgun is important. Since I have 2 weapons now, that obviously allows me to switch weapons. And so as you saw on the western boss just now, I was able to fire my shotgun a ton of times in quick succession. Normally the shotgun actually has a reload. But if you swap weapons, it instantly reloads the shotgun, so then you don't need to wait for that animation to play. And the shotgun deals 5 damage at point blank range, so as much as a charge slash. So by firing the shotgun, switching weapons twice, and then repeating that process, you can deal a ton of damage very quickly. The south has 4 bosses actually, and is probably the most dangerous area of the game. It's so dangerous, in fact, I'm going to go over here and pick up an extra health kit. Wait for a save. I've never seen that boss do that. I've seen him run away before. Ideally, you just kill him with the shotgun, and he never runs away. Okay, 1 boss down. Time for another transition clip. This one will actually allow us to get to a boss much quicker than anticipated, and also get to a module much faster than anticipated. There we go. Okay, here's the next boss. Ah, that really sucks. As is obvious, I can reflect his projectiles, even when they're right next to him, and they explode when they hit him. I've never seen that before, where he's gets stuck in the wall like that. That's 2 bosses down. So now we need to go kill the 3rd boss and get a 3rd module. And in this one we're actually going to be getting the pillar afterward. And again, I need 4 modules and the pillar from each area. Ouch. Completely intended. How many bosses are there? Total, there's 8. 4 in the south, 1 in the east, west, and north respectively, and the final boss. Oops. I'm playing this super safe. Okay, 1 more boss in this area. That was close. Ah, dang. There's a quick kill on this boss where you just get him trapped in this one part of the barrier and you just kind of push him off to his death. Like that. I mean, the only requirement is that the boss dies, right? Okay, so we're on to the final area of the game. All I have to do is descend some stairs, kill the boss, and then walk to the end of the game. And time will be when I lean against a pillar, about a minute after I kill the boss. Cool, I skipped one of the cough scenes there. Oops. So now you'll really see the shotgun at work here. So again, I'm going to be firing the shotgun, swinging my sword, switching weapons twice by pushing B, and then repeating that process, and that's going to allow me to deal massive damage. The story to this game, the world is really messed up. You are the drifter, do something about it. That's the best way I can describe the story. But I would definitely recommend playing this game. It's a very well made game. So this boss has a whole myriad of different, very powerful and crazy attacks. Ideally, we will never see any of them. These things just create a giant force field like that. And any of that would have killed me instantly. Alright, boss is dead. This is looking like it'll be a 35 something. Which in my opinion is okay. I'm more or less happy. I didn't have too many embarrassing deaths. Standard fare for an all bosses run, really. Wait, time is coming up. Right now. And that was Hyper Light Drifter. I hope you enjoyed it. And thanks to everybody for organizing the Shots Fired Marathon. This one is a lot of fun, and I'm very happy to be able to take part. 33:48. I'll take it. Anyway, I guess I'll just wait for someone to message me and tell me to stop streaming. I assume they're wanting to get going. Bye, everybody.